I was in New York City, the city of dreams and hot dogs, for a Sony camera release for the Sony A9 Mark III, and I figured, what better opportunity to visit my parents in Florida than already being in the United States of America? I am no longer in New York City. We're here in Panama City Beach this week, and upon arrival, we discovered a number of old-timey vehicles, and there's actually a car show going on this weekend, and I brought the most perfect camera for a car show ever, especially an old-timey car show, because not only do I have this 1998 Jeff Gordon NASCAR camera, I also have Lomo 92, as well as Kodak Gold, but let's go take some pictures. Maybe we start here. So there was an issue. Well, first please hold for the shutter noise. Beautiful, right? Yeah, so the film never actually came out of this camera properly, and I had to unload it in the shower in the dark, and I suspect that some additional light leaked into the film, but it's okay because this is Pepsi country, I guess. But there is a distinct lack of contrast and normalness to the film that usually you would get with Color 92. You'd usually get kind of a blue tint, but I took it to the extreme with this roll. Could I interest you in some beautiful leading lines into the ocean? And also a towel cart? No? We'll go somewhere else. These are also budget scans. Usually I go to Richard Photo Lab in California and get everything all professionally done. For this project, I thought the drugstore, the dirty scan, would be the way to go, and I think that maybe I was right. That's full res though, so that's a bit of a bummer. What is that? What? More on that later. Let's get back to the photography. Slang and bangers. My parents' unit looks very similar to mine, but there is one key difference, and their unit is a gift for Lindsay, Mariah Carey. With me I also have the Lomo LC-A Plus. This was the original camera that got me into Lomo, as well as just kind of kept me in film photography. And we have some Kodak Gold we're gonna put in there. And here we go. Always load your film in direct sunlight. So on the side here you have a few settings. You have infinity focus, 3 meters, 1.5 meters, and 0.8 meters. And up here you can select what film you have in. And I have set this to 100, so I'm overexposing everything by one stop because it's Kodak Gold 200, and I like that look. Kodak Gold, beautiful film for sunny days. I also became obsessed with the chair in the corner in the morning sun, and also obsessed with the cable management in my Airbnb. Incredible cable management. And they got Transformers and Mission Impossible playing this week. You won't even guess what I spent on that Airbnb. And if you guessed $129 a night, you would be correct. Off-season, Panama City Beach, Florida. Place to be. Don't go during spring break, or do if you want to party. But if you just want cheap, nice Airbnb, look at ocean, be warm for a bit, Panama City Beach. I think that's actually their official slogan. Or maybe it's that one. Giddy up, bitches. We used to come here a lot when I was a kid. We stayed at a trailer park that my grandfather purchased a trailer at. And it's just cool to build patios on top of your trailers here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. No one owns the sky. And now, are you ready for it? Trailer reveal. I should have put this in the title. You would have been a lot more quick to click on it. Driving up the trailer street, and there it is. It's a nice tone for film photography. There it is, the place I spent pretty much all of my childhood vacations. My dad would drive the full 24 hours from where we live just outside of Toronto in Canada overnight. So we would leave at 5 p.m. and arrive 5 p.m. the next day roughly. And usually only 1 or 2 stops, maybe get some fireworks in Tennessee along the way. Maybe stop at a Shoney's for some sausage gravy. This is the restaurant that I got my first cell phone ever at. It was a birthday gift. I was 16 years old, and I think it was a Samsung flip phone. One of the things I remember being a kid is the number of places that had airbrushing available for any clothing item you want, whether it is your hat, your shirt, your shorts, your flip-flops, whatever you want airbrushed, someone was available to do it. And I'm happy to see that this is still a thing that exists today. And also that film is the correct way to capture these wonderful colors. Honestly though, this place is a little bit of a hidden gem. I know that if you go to college in Alabama you probably know about it. But if you don't, it's never going to be a place that's going to be in your top 50 or 100 destinations to go. And that might be because it's also a pain to fly to. There's only a few flights a day that come in here, so you got to drive. And you also might think that Key West or somewhere else in Florida or the Caribbean might be the haven for Jimmy Buffett. But the number of Jimmy Buffett songs I heard in public in Panama City Beach, Florida, far exceeds the value of any other place I've ever been in my entire life. And if you're into this film photography thing, we did a full film photography road trip series that you can watch for free. Right now, there's a link up there in the top corner. But finish this one first. I'll put a link in the description as well. This Waffle House. I'll see you later. But first, Pineapple Willie's. They are the one place in the world that I've experienced recently in North America that still clings to using styrofoam cups. When's the last time you saw a styrofoam cup? And then after our gigantic meals, that's a meal for 3 people, we went to the Waffle House for pictures, not for second dinner. The Waffle House aesthetic, top notch, 10 out of 10. This is from the LCA, the Lomo camera, and the shutter speed will go down. I don't know what it goes down to officially, but it will allow a little bit more light in when required, so that's why it's a little bit blurry, but I don't hate it. Also, I haven't showed it, but this is what the Lomo apparat looks like. It's a 21mm lens, which is very wide, and good quality, as you can see on the left there. Versus my NASCAR camera with the film that I took out in the shower. Now here we are at the car show. Never thought you'd come to a car show in Florida, did you? There were so many Corvettes. Half the show is Corvettes. I'm gonna show you everything that wasn't Corvettes. And it's not that I hate Corvettes, it's just that I think I saw too many on this day. And that's okay, now I know my limit of how many Corvettes I can see in a day. That's interesting. That's probably my favorite one. There's a Corvette. Look at that. Snuck in this video. I like when people repurpose things like women's restroom signs to use in their vehicles. Traffic jam. And that brings us to the end of our Florida adventure. Thanks for joining me in the Florida Panhandle with my film that I had to... Basically what happened with the NASCAR camera was at some point it just stopped advancing and the film wasn't done. And then I had to open the back of the camera with the film all spooled up on the right hand side. And I had to forcefully pull it out. And once it clicked, it started going just fine. But then I rolled it all up, hand rolled film in the shower in Panama City Beach. That was the darkest place I could find in the Airbnb. I don't know. It looks kind of nice overall. It's kind of a little bonus light to your film. That's all. Thanks for joining me. Go watch the rest of the film photography road trip episodes. If you are interested, you will not see the NASCAR camera in it. I promise you this. And that's a real promise. See you next time.